Kia ora koutou, ko Aotearoa. I'm here from Manatū Mōtatau, the Ministry for the Environment. In this video, we'll tell potential applicants some tips, tricks and advice that they can consider when putting together the applications for the fast track process. Be sure to check out the second tips and tricks video after this. So what projects can be fast tracked? Any project requiring a resource consent or designation is eligible to apply to be fast tracked. Plan changes can't. As of early March, 12 projects have been referred to an expert consenting panel or fast tracked. These types of projects include renewable energy projects, 3 water projects, industrial, residential, commercial projects, and even tourism and entertainment. Applicants should allow for around 8 to 9 months for a project to be fast tracked. This is the time for the referral and the consenting parts of the process. Typically it takes around 3 to 4 months for referral. If your project has been referred, then you're able to lodge it with the Environmental Protection Authority. The referral process has 2 key decision points for the Minister. The first is whether to seek feedback or decline at that point. Decisions on this are usually made within 4 weeks of receiving the application. If the Minister decides to progress it by seeking comments, then the final decision on whether to approve or decline the application is made around 8 to 10 weeks after lodgement. The rest of the time is about 2 to 3 weeks is to allow for the referral of the instrument to become law. These timeframes are longer for applications in the coastal marine area, so consider that when putting your application together. Our team will work with you to let you know how the decisions are progressing. The referral process is free of charge up to the point the referral order is issued. The Environmental Protection Authority will recover costs. These costs can be more expensive than a standard process. Applicants need to consider whether this process makes commercial sense for them and for their project. It's also important to note that the information requirements for consent lodged with an expert consenting panel will most likely be higher than a standard consenting process. What is a Minister looking for when they make a decision? Decisions to refer are based on the following key elements. Will it create employment in places that need it? Will it create investment certainty? And will it do it in a way that continues to promote sustainable management of natural and physical resources? There are a number of criteria that us and the Minister look at as well. For example, will it help reduce Aotearoa's emissions? Does it enable good urban design? And will it contribute to increasing housing supply? From the 38 applications we have processed to date, we've identified there are a number of things you can do to make your application move through the process more efficiently. Firstly, arrange an application meeting. The Ministry for the Environment offers pre-application meetings. In these meetings we talk about the process, your project, and the key issues that should be addressed in your application. These take about an hour and can be arranged by contacting MFE. Secondly is defining your project scope. When MFE is assessing your application, we want to know about what your project involves, what activities will take place, and what consents will be required. We also recommend including activities that are borderline permitted activities, just in case the consent is required after more design. If your application is sent out for feedback, we'll often consider whether there is enough information within it to enable councils and ministers to make informed choices. So it's worth considering that when pulling your application together. It's important to realise this process doesn't allow consents to be amended. So if you do need a consent to be changed in your process, we recommend applying for that to be refreshed or done new. The purpose of fast tracking is to bring forward construction and related jobs, so we're going to want to know what dependencies or other approvals are required. The Minister needs to be confident that if the project is referred, construction can commence quickly, and therefore it's important to highlight what other approvals are required, like heritage or other permits. We want to be certain that these approvals will not present a barrier or change the nature and scope of the project that has been lodged. Therefore, we recommend you are confident in obtaining the approvals or even obtaining them prior to lodgement. Applications have been declined or have been held up in the process if there have been significant concerns that other dependencies could hold up construction. Similarly, we may ask other questions around access and funding that wouldn't present an issue under standard RMA process, so be prepared for this too. To find out more about the fast track consenting process or the topics in this video, visit the Ministry for the Environment or the Environmental Protection Authority's websites below. Kia ora and thank you for listening.